Hello, I'm the Arizlo Cartographer, and this is the 41st video of my Fallout 76 Surveyal series, specifically covering Wavy Willard's Water Park. Now here we are just a little bit to the west of the park itself, and west of the fast travel point to look at the guardhouse here. I don't think it's that abnormal to have a gate on the way in, maybe you have to pay for parking, but the gate on the way out is a strange thing. Along with that, the guard behind the desk has a pistol. Now typically, you also find a bottle of vodka on the desk. It's not here this time, but it typically is. I don't know. Okay, that box is making plastic noises. Anyway, it's just an odd thing to consider that in the Fallout universe you had to have an armed guard at the gate of a water park. Anyway though, let's head on in here. Now you can see Crocolosis Mountain there in the background. We're going to head up through the parking lot first here. Got a fountain there. There are 4 cars and 2 trucks in the parking lot. For some reason, the parking lot's also broken up in multiple areas. Well, really just 2. This one and that one right over there. But there are multiple locations within the park where that's the case. Now, before we head into the park itself, we're going to head on over here to the left towards this power transformer area of the park. Okay, and here we go. We got these large pieces of equipment. As to exactly what the purpose of these is, there's no explanation. We got a little gated area with a box of junk, shelves with some junk, and some gas cans back over there. Heading back through here, we can go past this employee's entrance. That's completely blocked. And then there's this guy who seems to have tried to hide out and sleep on this sleeping bag behind this equipment. And on the ground he's got a little Kim box, and there's a footlocker full of loot back there as well. Let's head back around to the main entrance. As we come up to the main entrance, we can see the ticketing office right here, but the main windows are blocked with that. Here on the wall we have Willard, of Wavy Willards, with his little pith helmet on. Heading in through these gates. There were scorched here, I took care of them. They're going to be more throughout the park, I'm going to take care of them intermittently. We got an ice cream cart here. There's a whole huge concessions and small games area over here we'll get to in just a moment. But let's head around this corner into the ticketing booth. Alright, again, the walls are completely blocked. Desk fan there, small safe here. I looted that yesterday already. This will actually be my third attempt at making this video because this place is so large, I'm just having trouble getting things concisely done. But anyway, okay, so we have a concessions area here. A gunslinger over here, which this one's fun because you can actually shoot these little things and have them fall down. We got a large fountain in here. A billboard for the Slither slide. There's a knockdown game over here where you throw baseballs at the bowling pins or mason jars. Okay. And that, let's see, yeah, I think that does it for this initial square here. So we're going to block this area off into areas. So there's this initial square around the fountain. So let's head on over here. Here's the security office. You can open this door here. But if you don't feel like lockpicking, you can walk right around the corner and head in this way. Alright, and so here we go. We have the park security terminal here. This is a private system that belongs to the Wavy Willards Water Park. Access is restricted to specific employees. Unauthorized use is prohibited by law. Operations. Extended hours. 2. All employees subject extended hours. For the first time in our park's history, we will be extending our hours into October. The weather has been so mild this year that we've had an opportunity to welcome more visitors before our winter shutdown and maintenance. During October, we plan to be open Monday through Friday, noon to 4, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 4 p.m. We will close as needed should the weather turn unpleasant. Management. October birthdays. 2. All employees subject birthday parties. The following birthday parties will be hosted in the Splish Splash area for the month of October. October 2nd, Johnson Family and Friends, celebrating the 8th birthday of Stacy Johnson. October 13th, William and Llewellyn families, celebrating the 3rd birthday of Blanche Williams. October 17th, Davies family and friends, celebrating the 7th birthday of Nate Davies. All available staff members will be gathered to sing happy birthday to the kids. Management. Now before we move on, I should have noted when I first showed up here, the Wavy Willards Park is the focus of the cold case side quest in which you're trying to hunt down the missing child, Freddie Wood. Now Freddie Wood is the child of Arthur Wood, the owner of the Grafton Steel Mill, and he was kidnapped here at Wavy Willards Park on October 17th while attending this birthday party. Arrivals. 2. All employees subject shift arrival. Staff members will no longer be permitted on the premises more than an hour prior to their scheduled shift, and they must depart the premises within an hour after the end of their workday. Unfortunately, this policy had to be put in place because some employees were loitering after work or arriving early to enjoy rides without paying even a discounted staff admission fee. This behavior is selfish and will not be tolerated. Management. Holotape reviews. 2. All employees subject holotapes. All employees who are assisting in the review should report to the underground section of the staff area, where the past month's holotapes are stored. Check in with the security supervisor on duty there so your time is recorded correctly. Your help is greatly appreciated. Management. Alerts. Counterfeit bills. Notice to all employees. In the month of September, a total of 5 counterfeit bills were passed to unwary staff members, with the total loss amounting to $47. This was the worst month in the history of the park. Security staff will be conducting training immediately to help employees identify these fakes. It is in your best interest to pay attention, as any further losses due to your inattention will be taken out of your pay. It should be noted at this point that $47 in the high inflation world of 2077 is nearly nothing. A box of a dozen donuts costs $30, or something like that. Anyway. Trespassing. Notice to all employees. In the early morning hours of October 15th, a section of our park fence was scaled by an intruder. This individual attempted to break into the storerooms in the underground employee restricted area, but was disturbed in the act of prying the door open by our alert watchman. This criminal ran off and managed to escape his just punishment. This doesn't seem to be the local kids, because commie propaganda announcing the war effort was dropped as the intruder fled. The police have been alerted to the possibility of a plot and are on the lookout. If you have any information to provide, contact management immediately. There's a comma missing right there between provide and contact that has tripped me up every single time I've read this line aloud. Kidnapping. Notice all employees. Everyone has heard about the missing child, Freddie, who may have been kidnapped from our very own water park as part of some anti-war protest. Management and the security staff are working closely with the Grafton police to find the child. Any employee that is able to come in to help review security holotapes will be paid overtime for the hours they spend. Holotape review. October 18th, the day after Freddy's kidnapping. Night shift notes. 12 hours of kids squealing in the pool. Got nothing. Bob. October 19th. Day shift notes. Looked at the Slither slide and kitty slide for 12 hours. Found a tape that is probably the kid getting nabbed at the Slither. I think the kid knew the guy. Put it in the security office safe till the feds or whoever can come get it. Pete. October 20th. Day notes. 8 hours and nothing. Covered the fountain. Bob. October 21st. Reviewed 10 hours of bathroom footage. Dear God, some people. No sign of the kid. Tom. October 22nd. This is getting tiring. 6 hours of gator mouth and another 4 of the picnic tables up top. No luck. Pete. October 23rd. 3 hours of concessions. Got a guy acting real weird about a package. Might be the same guy as the slide tape. Setting it aside, I'll bring it to the office end of shift. Tom. Now, it's interesting to note there that that gentleman seemed to get 3 hours of holotape review in when the world ended at 9:47 a.m. So he was here early in the morning. I guess even though they weren't allowing people on the premises because they were worried about them riding rides without paying for them, they were still allowing them in to review holotapes, which makes sense. Okay, so we've cleared this whole square over here, the security office, but actually there's a couple holotapes that came along with this. One in the security office over here, so let me see if I have it or if you surrender it with the quest. Alright, so it seems that you surrender the holotape, but I can just reload the old footage and we can listen to the holotape now. Alright, WWWP Slither Slide 1017-2077 Daily.
Hey there, Freddy. Hey, where's your nanny? You know what? I have a surprise for you. I don't want the other kids to see, though. They might get jealous.
What is it? What's my surprise? I want to see it. Please. Please. Where is it?
I don't think your nanny will like it. Let's take off your ID there so she can't find
Okay, and so that was the first holotape. Now we may as well just play the second holotape now so we can just get it out of the way. Alright, and here we go. wwwp log write entry 10172077 daily.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Wavy Willard's water park. How can I help?
Howdy. Was wondering where that box is for the mail. The one that puts a special stamp on the ladder.
Oh, you can find it over by the Crocolosis Mountain entrance. Right over that way.
Alright, there you go. Okay, so again, we've cleared the main square. Security office. Let's head down this little alley here. Top Shot basketball. Play the game. Get a prize. Then right over here. Looks like a little gift shop. Okay. Heading up through here we have, and then, yeah, I should note, there are these jets of radioactive steam coming up. I originally considered the possibility that this was coming from the pollution from Grafton Steel, but I'm really now thinking much more so that it's coming from the crashed space station. Because in the real world, the Monongahela River does not flow south, it flows north. But in this world, because it flows south, that means that this water would then be flowing down that way. And so we're getting runoff from the crashed space station, and that's likely what's causing this radioactive steam. Alright, so right over here, it looks like it was the sort of game where you toss a golf ball into a basket. At least that's what I'm assuming, because it doesn't really make that much sense otherwise. I thought that this was a concessions area, but it looks like it was actually a ball toss game. Okay, so then over here we have another concession stand. We have a large concession stand here. Restrooms. Now, the strange thing about these restrooms, in both cases, is that they have the cleaning supplies within this public bathroom. You would normally find that in a custodial area. Looks like she was having a bad day. Anyway, let's head back over here. And the strange thing about that is the park was not yet open, so it's no telling exactly what was going on, if that was a staff member. Anyway, though. Okay, and yeah, again, more cleaning supplies over here on this shelf within the public bathroom. Now, this is the wave pool right here. Again, another one of those jets of radioactive steam. And then let's actually just head over here real quick before we head off that way. So again, yeah, there were more scorched in this area. But yeah, this is a large area where people would sit out and eat and just lounge in the sun. Okay, coming back here past the tubes, we get to this employees only maintenance area where the wall has been broken out by a tree falling on it. Okay, so we got an armor workbench here. And there's a note here. It's a dirty job. Larry, hey, guess who Supervisor Jenkins picked to clean the toilets again? If you guessed it was you, then ding ding ding, you win a prize. Oh, and it's chili cook-off week, so you better stock up on cleaning chemicals. I put a whole bunch of them in the utility tunnel under the entrance to Crocolosis Mountain. Reggie. What a lovely note. Okay, so we got some junk here in this cabinet, another cabinet above it, first aid kit, a whole bunch of duct tape right there. More cleaning supplies, well actually this is coolant, and some Wonder Glue. And yeah, let me actually grab that duct tape. Nice to have some adhesive. Okay, coming right here. Got a little side building here that's completely blocked off. There's the security office again. So yes, token machines. Okay, so here we are back out in the wave pool area. They had a lifeguard here, clearly. Alright. So yeah, again, here's an area where people were sunning themselves. It's around Halloween, so they do have these plastic pumpkins all over the place. Now then, up to the locker area here. Alright, so you can typically find a bobblehead statue right in here. And that one cubby. But nothing really else in that area. Okay, so showers over there. I didn't note that before on the side of the bathroom wall. We got another little concessions area. The wall is completely broken out here, and you can see this area over here between the Willard corporate housing and the Wavy Willard's water park. Let's head back in. Okay, heading past these concessions. We're back over here by this large concession area in the ball toss right there. And so here we have a little eating area, but along with that there are fortune teller machines in this area. Okay, and here we are underneath the Crocolosis Mountain Ride. There's the Slither slide over there. Okay, and this really just about covers... Oh, you got some little horse rides here. Those little mechanical horses, and I guess a lion as well with a pickaxe and rifle. That's a strange ride. Some water fountains. But then, yeah, we got this little splish splash area over there. But yeah, there's the main square with the fountain in it back down there. So that's really the entirety of this low area. Now we're gonna just check out the splish splash area first. Alright, so this is the splish splash area. This is where they were having the little kids parties. So this right here is a hole down into the utility tunnel. We'll come across that again in just a minute from the other side. But I like these little snake heads that they had as fountains running water out. There's a little slide here. Okay, so coming around here, we have this other little splash pool. Again, another snakehead, UFO thing to play on. This doesn't make that much sense. I mean, unless this area was basically closed completely for the police investigation. The park was not open at the time the bombs fell, so why there would be a baby carriage here is a bit beyond me. Okay, so then, yeah, again we have the Crocoloss's Mountain Ride going right past here. But that just about does it for the splish splash area. So let's head back out this way. Okay, so this time we're going to head this way, back towards the fountain. Okay, going through this little square, and heading to the northwest up these stairs. Okay, so we have another little concessions area. Well, actually, this one looks like it's another get fishing game. There's the Crocoloss's Mountain Ride. We'll come back to that here in just a minute. But then we go around this area. And it's just a general walkway with various places where you can sit, eat, and drink. A lot of Nuka-Cola machines, trash cans, these little banners, ice cream stand right there. Dumpsters. And here's the employees only little maintenance passage. We'll come back to that in just a second. And the lazy river. Okay, so there's Miss Annie. She's part of the cold case quest. Another little pool up here with one of the Crocoloss's mountain carts inside of it. I like the look on that zebra's face. Anyway, kill that scorpion. Looks like it's sunning itself there. The lazy river is completely empty. This might have even been a hot tub. It's so small. Anyway, heading this way. Okay, and there is the Slither slide. Let's go check that area out. Alright, now I already commented on this within the cold case quest, but I do not think that that red slide would work. The green one's just broken, but it looks like it would still be functional. The red one with that loop, I don't think so. Okay, so yeah, you can climb all the way up to the top of this, just bypassing the queue here. Alright, and this actually gives you a fairly good view of the park. So we've already covered the Slither slide area, the lazy river, the splish splash area, the wave pool over there, the whole of the concessions area down there, and the exterior of the outside of that. So really the only thing that's left is the maintenance tunnel and the Crocoloss's Mountain Ride. So let's head down one of these slides, not the red one, because yeah, it just doesn't seem safe. We'll go down the green one instead. Now again, it's broken here, but you can just drop down into one of the lower sections. Alright. And into the little pool. Except for this is now toxic water. Although, who knows, there may have been some toxic water in here before the war. Lifeguard stand there. Okay, so let's get back around here. I'll bring you back when we get to the employee maintenance tunnel. Alright, here we are. We'll go in here. Heading downstairs, we got some brain fungus growing on the walls. The entire lower area of this is flooded. Got a little closet in here with nothing in it but a couple shelves. Got some barrels back there. Fusion generator with a core in it. We got some random little bits of junk. Here's that hole going up into the splish splash zone. Got some more junk here. And a intelligence bobblehead. Okay, and a steamer trunk that has a whole lot of fertilizer in it. I actually got a plan for a Vaultec University jumpsuit out of this yesterday. Heading through here this way. The reason there's so many bags of fertilizer, by the way, is because there's an event within the Toxic Valley that requires fertilizer. That's a dogwood die-off, I believe. Now here's where you can also find that second holotape that we played earlier. Now there's also a couple of rad roaches that pop up, and you can see how nasty the water is down in here. Alright, heading back up the tunnel. We can head out this side. And here is the Crocodilus Mountain entrance. In this mailbox you find the note that Otis Pike was attempting to send to Quinn Carter at the Charleston Herald about all of the wrongdoing of Grafton Steel. And we'll take a look at that in the other video here real quick. Alright, so we have the key here. Clarksburg Post Office, do not duplicate. Box 012, postage guaranteed. Mail to Quinn Carter, Charleston Herald. Miss, this key lets you open my box with all the evidence you need. I sent it to you because the truth has got to come out. You're Appalachia's most trusted news source, and people will listen to you if you do an investigation. Grafton Steel has been violating safety standards and getting people killed with the toxic sludge they're dumping into the water. They shouldn't get away with this just because they're doing military work for the war. Little kids are dying. Okay, and that also included the little mailbox key that went to the P.O. box in Clarksburg. Okay, so here's the place where you got on and off the ride, and we'll just follow this track around. No, I'm not really going to show you the entire thing because there's only one up and one down, and the entire rest of this thing just goes along a single plane, which it seems like this would be actually a fairly boring ride. But anyway, I'll bring you back when we get to the crocodile's butt. The other strange thing to note here is that you actually do go in through the crocodile's, well, not really the crocodile's butt, but you go in this way instead of in through the crocodile's mouth. That seems completely opposite of what you would think. But anyway, here we go. We're inside. There's the rib cage of the crocodile. A whole bunch of traps here. Yesterday I found another magazine here, but there's another one here today. Unstoppables 4. Trapped in the dimension of the pterodactyls. Okay, and there's also a bobblehead here, but it's not here today. Ammo box. A lot of traps. Explosives crate. But that just about does it for up here. We can head back out here and follow this out of the crocodile's mouth. Now again, this is definitely the way that this ride went, unless these carts are all backwards on the track. So yeah, you came out of the crocodile's mouth rather than going into it, which I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but that seems like the intuitive way that things would go. Alright, so as we come back around here to the place where you actually get on or off, I think that we've just about covered the extent of Wavy Willard's park. Again, this is a massive site. There's not really much here other than the stuff that's related directly to the cold case. In terms of lore, I mean, there's not really much going on here except for the cold case side quest. Anyway, though, this has been the Blue Cartographer. If you want to see more videos in this series, hit the subscribe button. If you want to get notifications as to when these videos become available, hit the notification bell. If you liked it, hit the like button. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them for me and I'll try to get back to you. Hope to see you again next time. Thanks for watching.